Hi, we're going to look at week 2 of Algebra 2A, Unit 1, SLT 4 and SLT 5. Given a function, determine its inverse relation. So you can use inverse functions to find information in real-world situations. Here's a situation representing the amount of ink needed to create a sign versus the size of a sign in feet. Now consider the inverse. If you had a certain amount of ink, could you determine the size of the sign you can make? Pause for a moment and think about what your table may look like if you knew the amount of ink and wanted to determine the size of the sign you could make. Hopefully, your table will look something like this. Notice that the numbers here, 3 and 9, for size of sign and amount of ink, are simply reversed. Amount of ink is 9 ounces, size of the sign is 3 feet. Another common real-world situation using inverses is moving from Fahrenheit to Celsius and from Celsius to Fahrenheit on the temperature scale. The equation from Celsius to Fahrenheit is F equals 9/5 C plus 32. Now, consider the steps you would use finding inverse to move from Fahrenheit to Celsius. See if you can create your own equation. Hopefully, your equation looks something like this. C equals 5 ninths parentheses F minus 32. So we're going to do a couple examples of converting temperatures. Let's say you have a pen pal in London who told you the temperature was 25 degrees Celsius. What would the temperature be in Fahrenheit? Well, from our previous slide, we saw that F equals 9/5 C plus 32. We would plug in 25 for C. We would multiply that by 9/5. 9/5 times 25 plus 32, and we would get F equals 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Now let's say you wanted to tell your pen pal the temperature where you live in degrees Celsius. You pull up your phone and it says the temperature is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. What would the temperature be in degrees Celsius? Well, in this case, you're going to use the inverse of this equation. So C equals 5 ninths F minus 32. C equals 5 ninths parentheses 68 minus 32. 68 minus 32 is 36. And 36 times 5 ninths equals 20 degrees. Here's another example of inverses in real life. To mail a package, it costs $8.75 per ounce. The formula for the total cost C of the package, depending on the weight W in ounces, would be C equals 0.75 W plus $8. Now let's say you have $20 in your pocket and you want to determine how heavy a package can you mail with $20. First thing you're going to have to do is going to find the inverse of this function. And you get W equals C minus 8 divided by 0.75. When we plug in $20 for C, we get W equals 20 minus 8 divided by 0.75, which then equals 15 ounces. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope that it assisted you in better understanding the material for the second week of Algebra 2.